don't use sarcasm, it's irritation.
He was an irritation before he took power, he was a problem when he was in power, and he's been a disaster for us in exile.
You know that feeling, that tiny little thing that just gets under your skin. Well, today, we're going to dive deep into the one word that describes it perfectly. Hey, welcome to TalkWord. This is the show where we take English words, pull them apart, and figure out how they really work so you can use them with total confidence.
All right, let's kick things off with a little puzzle for you. What does a super itchy sweater, you know the kind, and that relentless dripping faucet at 3 in the morning, what could they possibly have in common?
Yep, you got it. They both cause irritation. And trust me, it's a fantastic word for a very specific kind of feeling. Stick around, and by the end of this, you'll know exactly what it means and how to use it like a pro. Okay, so first things first. What is irritation, really? Let's unpack that core feeling to get started on solid ground.
Now pay close attention to this last part, especially by something that happens repeatedly. That's the secret sauce right there. See, irritation isn't usually about one big dramatic event. Nope, it's that slow burn, that nagging feeling you get from something small that just won't stop.
Let's put it into a few sentences so you can really see how it works. You might say, the constant noise was a source of irritation. That word constant is a huge clue. Or how about, she couldn't hide her irritation at the delay. It just perfectly captures that impatient feeling. And this last one is great because it shows a physical reaction. He tapped his fingers on the table in irritation. Oh yeah, we've all been there. Okay, this next part is super important. Irritation actually has two totally different sides to it. Understanding both will make your English way more precise. We're talking about physical versus emotional irritation. Two sides of the same coin. So on the one hand, you've got that physical irritation. You know, that scratchy tag on a new t-shirt? That's it. But then on the other hand, there's the emotional kind. Like when your coworker just keeps humming that one song over and over again. It's the same word, but it's describing two totally different experiences. One on your skin and one in your head. All right, to really get a handle on this word, it helps to see where it fits in with its family, or, its emotional cousins. Let's see where it lands on the whole spectrum of feelings. So, take a look at this. You can see irritation right there at the low end of the intensity scale. The cause? Those persistent little problems. Now, look over at frustration. Whoa, totally different. That's medium to high intensity, and it happens when you're trying to do something and you just can't. Your goal is blocked. So, a dripping faucet? That's irritation. Your computer crashing right before a deadline? That is frustration. See the difference? It's all about the scale and the cause. Okay, so you've got the meaning down. Now let's make sure you can actually use it. We're going to look at the whole irritation word family so you can weave these words into your conversations and sound totally natural. So you've got the noun, irritation, that's the feeling itself, right? Then there's the verb, to irritate. That's the action of causing that feeling. And finally, you have the adjective, irritating, which is what you call the thing that's doing the bothering. Here's how they all play together. As a noun, the sound is a major irritation. As a verb, you are doing the action. Please don't irritate the dog. And as an adjective, you're describing the quality of something. He has an irritating habit. See how they're all related but have their own specific job in a sentence? Once you get this, you can use this word family with so much more flexibility. So what's the big takeaway here? It's this. Irritation is the absolute perfect word for those small, nagging problems that just keep going. And remember, it works for both the physical stuff, like a pebble in your shoe, and the emotional stuff, like that person who's always clicking their pen. And this actually makes me think of something beyond just the word itself. In your own life, how do you deal with those small, nagging irritations before they build up and turn into much bigger problems? Definitely something worth thinking about. Well, I really hope this deep dive into irritation was helpful. And hey, if you want to master even more words just like this, you have got to check out our TalkWord mobile app. The best part is, the app actually lets you create your very own word explainers, and you'll have our two friendly hosts to guide you through it. It's a seriously fun way to learn. So go on, download TalkWord today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me.
Not liable for any skin irritation. Has been a constant irritation forever.